I want to get in the struggle that is men's hairlines or men's hair, period. And first up on the chopping block is somebody like we're gonna talk about LeBron. We're gonna talk about in the struggles, his epic struggle. LeBron's epic struggle. We're gonna talk about LeBron's epic struggle. But this struggle is men's epic struggle also. Even not Money Mike Michael Jackson, but Money Mike, his airness, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan. He too had to deal with the shit. But see, what happened with that nigga Mike Jordan, he realized he looked cooler with the body. It was like, yo, this shit is kind of fresh. You know what I'm saying? Because as a guy, you come up and your hair, you got the waves, you get the line up. And, back in the day, Michael Jordan, he was already going bald. When you see pictures of him with his hair wasn't all of that cool anyway. Same thing with that nigga LeBron James. His hair wasn't all of that cool anyway. You could tell that nigga was losing his hair when he was in high school and he had the fro. The fro was already letting him know that it wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? He had the U-shaped hairline. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the straight T-edgers, the straight T-trimmers hairline that you usually, you know what I'm saying, the fresh, crispy crisp. You know what I'm saying? He had the U where, like this nigga Dak Prescott. It's about to be over for that nigga too. Sorry, my nigga Dak, but we all know. We can tell when it's being over. Like me personally, my hair is still here, but what I remember growing up, my father, he was losing his hair. Or he had the hair loss thing popping. So I figured, that might be something that I had to endure. So what I like to do growing up, or it's when I became older, I'll say. Not when I was young, because my hair was nice and fresh. When you're young, your hair nice and fresh. You at least got 21 years of fresh hair. And the sad niggas, sometimes they lose their hair at like 18, 17. Like, my cousin, that nigga lost his hair at 19. But anyways, back, my shit was fresh. But when I got in my 20s, I start experimenting with the body to, regardless of whether I like it or not, I just needed to wrap my head around possibly maybe dealing with it and get all of my grief about this particular look, get ahead of the game, right? So anyways, the epic struggle of a nigga's hairline, because this shit is getting ridiculous with dudes popping up with straight wigs on. And that's why I'm talking about it, because, and, a nigga like LeBron, he, I'm jumping all over the place because I said I was going to talk about him later, but a nigga like LeBron, from, things that's been reported, that nigga spends millions upon millions trying to keep his hair intact. And apparently he too wears a wig or has some kind of, device on his head. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy part. Like, LeBron popped up one time on social media and showed you with the close haircut. Like, he had the buzz cut with a bullshit ass lineup, that was going to disappear in 2 days or 3. Like, it was basically bald. You could barely see the lineup. You had to look real close. And he looked cool. And I thought he was embracing the body. He even, playing the music, shaking his head, rubbing his head like, like he's going to do it finally. Like he's going to succumb. Look, Michael Jordan is a heroic tale of embracing the body. And if anything, Michael Jordan made it okay for niggas to start rocking the body. But niggas is still running away. And like, if you got the hair loss popping, you got the hair loss popping. What? As far as, on top of your head, what are you going to do? Like, okay, because everybody ain't got fucking LeBron James Dolo. Like fucking Steve Harvey. That nigga was rocking a whole motherfucking hair hat. That nigga had a whole high top fade fakery. Allegedly. Like, and the reason why I'm saying is because everybody ain't got LeBron James money. Steve Harvey, he got millions of dollars, but he ain't got LeBron James money. That's why he had to finally let that shit go. That shit was fucking with Steve Harvey's bottom line. He had to, you know what I'm saying? He had to X that shit out. Like, oh man, this shit, in my career cool. And first of all, the question is, why did Steve Harvey fuck with that for so long? Because that shit was weak. That shit was whack. It was one of the trashiest, doo-dooest, high top fades in famous niggas that rock a high top fade history. Or that, fuck that. That was one of the weakest, trashiest high top fades ever. The only thing that was quote unquote cool about Steve Harvey's high top fade is because supposedly he had the crispy crisp hairline. But even that hairline was trash because it was too wide. The hairline was too wide. Go back and look at it. His hairline at a point, because I remember that nigga on that show. I remember it was all right, and I noticed it like, okay, he got the crispy line, but at the point, like, because, see, and that's the thing about when you getting your hair cut and you getting the crispy lineup, like, that shit is a science in itself, getting the crispy lineup, because if you get the lineup too much, your line continuously goes up in height and goes out in width. And next thing you know, you have the Jamie Foxx 2002 stand-up comedy special. I think it's I Might Need Security or something, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But Jamie Foxx, he come out and he got the crazy, super out of control, wide lineup. And then apparently that nigga got some kind of hair unit. What the fuck? And again, like, okay, so if you an actor, I can understand. I'm not even mad at Jamie Foxx. If he do shit like that, that's cool, whatever. But a nigga like LeBron James, and that's what I want to talk about. So getting back to the main topic real quick, I might have to come back on y'all with this shit, for part 2, because this is a long kind of conversation about nothing, but it's about something, because motherfuckers like to diminish dudes and act like we don't have issues and shit that we worried about too. Obviously niggas is worried about it if you getting a whole motherfucking wig and if you spending millions upon millions of dollars on your shit, you know what I'm saying, just to try to stay looking cool, because LeBron has more important shit to worry about besides trying to look like a pretty boy because he is not a pretty boy. And no homo, as they fucking say. Get that shit the fuck out of here. But yeah, I mean, we know who's who's classically attractive and who's not. It's just like, yeah, man, cool motherfucker. And, LeBron James, he not no monster. He not the motherfucking elephant man or nothing like that as far as, face. But this nigga is not no, you know what I'm saying? He not no beautiful nigga on some Prince shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's no need to worry as much as he seems to worry. Because if I was LeBron and I was going ball like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not LeBron, of course. And I'm not going ball like that. And so again, coming back to the topic. Sorry, guys. So the topic is LeBron. Look, has LeBron focused on his hairline affected his success on the basketball court? Or has LeBron's success or has LeBron focused on his hairline or his hair loss actually helped his success? Because you can go two ways on the psychology of the shit. If he would have continued down the line, no pun intended, if he would have continued down the line of allowing his hair to leave him and not, getting this device or this unit or this wig put upon his head, or he got nutsack hair on the top of his head, if he wouldn't have focused on that and he would have just let himself go ball, he would have been too sad to focus on the basketball court? Would he have felt a little bit emasculated about that? You know what I'm saying? You can go that way, or you can say, because he's been so worried about it, he can't focus on the basketball court. Because you got to remember, I mean, in the beginnings of LeBron's career, before he got this unit situation popping, he always had his fucking stupid ass sweatband on his head in a particular way. Because the sweatband didn't and doesn't go on your head the way he wore it. And what he did for other motherfuckers suffering from hair loss is they started, because this is some nigga on I guess the Boston Celtics team now that fucking Shaq and Charles Barkley was clowning at one point because of how terrible his hairline is. And when he's on the basketball court, he too wears a headband that distracts away from, or tries to distract away from, how terrible his hairline is. But he has all of this hair on the top of his head. So it doesn't make any sense to me, because you just look crazy or silly. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo. So anyways, I'm just wondering, because as great as LeBron, or as great as people like to say LeBron is, as far as, his achievements on the basketball court, and, when it comes to athletes, we expect so much from them. And, you always wonder what was the issue. Like, why didn't they achieve what they were projected to achieve? And because we can see the dominance in them. Like say for instance, legendary basketball player like Shaquille O'Neal, for his dominance as far as being just a beast, a monster. you know what I'm saying, position, the center position, you had never seen such a dominant force such as Shaq. Just people bounce off of them. People would bounce off of him. Anytime he get the ball, he turn around, he just move you out the way like you wasn't even there. It was like, damn, what can you do with this dude? Like, I didn't even like him just because it was almost unfair. You know what I'm saying? This is just like when Yao Ming came in the league and he was so big. And again, another motherfucker and they would always talk about, why isn't he dominant as he should be? And they talk about China and, you know, the way they're raised to be nice and respectful, and he just didn't have enough beast in him. So same thing with Shaq. Like, what was Shaq dealing with, which you could say is his free throws or whatever? Why didn't he should have, technically speaking, the type of force that Shaq was, he should have gotten more championships than Michael Jordan, honestly. And Kobe ended up surpassing Shaq. I was damn near sure, as far as just counting rings, that Shaq would at least have 7 or 8. Shout out to Robert Horry for, you know, sneaking in the back door and just grabbing up, you know, all of those rings. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't no Michael Jordan or nothing like that, but, yo, he can say, yo, I got him. You can trash me, act like I ain't mean nothing, but Robert Horry was a clutch nigga. You can't deny that shit. Shout out to the Houston Rockets and Akeem the Dream. Now, if Shaq would have honed his skills like Akeem Olajuwon, it would have been a rap city in the motherfucking basement with Shaq, fool. But anyways, back to this hair situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think Shaq ever has, I think he still has his hair. He chooses to be a baldy. Just like my nigga Pac, that nigga choose to just be a baldy. He liked how he looked as a bald-headed nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You're embracing again. You got all that cash flow. You all that got that Dolo Supreme, that cheddar, that cheese, that chicken, that whatever. You know what I'm saying? Making it rain. And you worried about your fucking hair, nigga? Like, you mad because you can't get the Krispy Kreme motherfucking lineup? It's okay. It's okay. So same thing with this nigga Steve Harvey. Is this nigga Steve Harvey? If he would have had a hairline, or if he would have let that shit go, would his jokes have been better? Because, you know, the jury is essentially in on Steve Harvey's, like, comedic career. And it was trash. You know what I'm saying? I never fucked with Steve Harvey. I didn't like that stupid show. I didn't like that stupid mustache. I didn't like that stupid high tie fade. I didn't like his stupid suits. I didn't like his stupid motherfucking voice. You know, that country shit that he would do. And I'm sure he added some twang on it just to sound more stupid. And it's like, yo, would he have been able to focus if he would have just let it go? Because he looked decent with the body. The body looks better than the high top fade Steve Harvey. Now, when he had his real hair back in the day when he was on Def Jam, all right, that was cool. And even then, that fade don't look right on him. Especially to go with his dumbass fucking big, you know, wild, wild west fucking mustache. Or his porn mustache. Whatever. That mustache is the dumbest shit ever. Like, the only nigga that was able to pull that shit off is Richard Pryor. It just went with him. It just, you know what I'm saying? Richard Pryor had, again, some things look cool on one nigga and then it don't look cool on another nigga. And it's like, well, your makeup is not made for that outfit or, that hat or, that particular ring or that coat or them shoes or that hairstyle. Like, nigga, take that shit the fuck off. Nigga, could you go to your stylist and ask, to hook you up, figure out. And so, Steve Harvey, apparently, he got his little wife now and she put him up on game and got him being a little bit more crispy and shit. And he looked better. He looked cooler. You know what I'm saying? And if he would have adopted that shit early in the game, maybe he could have been doper than what he is now. Let's not act like Steve Harvey is not a nigga that has not gotten to the bag or the dolo supreme. He has, and more power to him. But again, could you have been better? Because you busy, shelling out all this dough for your hair. And when you got it, you got it. And it don't matter about your haircut. And especially if you already in the game, and okay, that nigga's high top fade was his signature. That was your signature. But your signature was lame, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And all right, your signature was lame, but it got you where you got. All right, you finally got where you got and you took that shit off. Good dude. So again, going back to this nigga LeBron James, like, nigga, what is you doing? Like, we see the nutsack hairs all the top of your head and no one cares. At one point, it looked fresh. And I was like, all right. At one point, I remember thinking, for LeBron James, I remember thinking, LeBron James is about to survive. He's about to be the first hair loss survivor. Because I was under the impression, and that's what he wants you to think, is that he is surviving and no more hair loss is happening. But the hair loss was like, nah, nigga, we ain't just coming at you from the front. We coming at you from the back, too. Like, there's no running from me, my nigga. Like, this is a continuous decline. So I assume LeBron gonna rock with this until his career is finally over. He only got a few more years, if that. And then he gonna go ahead. I hope he lets it go finally, because there won't be a need for it, the public eye and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, all right, yeah, and so hopefully somebody ask him in the interview and it's going to be like, is that really important? And it's like, yeah, nigga, that shit is important because I want to know the amount of time you spent worrying about this situation when you should have been worrying about the game. And we know that you're a student of the game and you know what you're doing. You're a professional. You're a great player. You've won 4 championships. Whatever. Even though that last one in LA, people like to say it was stolen or it wasn't real, this and that, whatever, because I didn't even watch the league that year because that was the year of the fucking pandemic and niggas was on some funny shit. So who knows it? And he playing in LA. They always doing drug deals and shit. So you just never know. But the point is, again, did the epic struggle that is LeBron's hairline or hair, did that put the kibosh on his success or his legacy? Or did it actually help his legacy unbeknownst to us because he felt more confident in, being able to perform instead of worrying. Because to wear the headband on the court, that means you worry that people are looking at your hairline. And, we can say, well, technically, the headband, you use it to stop sweat from coming upon your head because you're a sweaty motherfucker. Okay, if that's the case, then tell me why once LeBron felt like he had his hair was fresh enough, the headband dipped. Why? When he thought his hairline was fresh enough and it was looking like, all right, we can rock with this, why did all of a sudden the headband go bye-bye? You know what I'm saying? It's either he decided or the people told him like, yo, you got this whole situation with your hair, my nigga, and it won't survive if you keep fucking around with this goddamn headband. You can't wear it. And what you see is that headband does not distract from his game. He's not sweating profusely in a manner that would, handicap his game or his performance. Because the last 2 championships that he's won, he wasn't a headband man. So you gotta wonder what the fuck is popping with the headband. I done spent enough time talking about this nigga LeBron James. I was gonna talk about like I said, I did talk about Mike Jordan. Mike Jordan did the duty. He did what you was supposed to do. Michael Jordan said, I'm not about to be worried about how fresh to death I look with this fucking hair. Let me get rid of it because I need to focus. Whether I'm cute or not, I like playing basketball more than I care about looking cute. So, and that was another time then. So maybe, in the world of, the new age of fashion and all of this and all that, niggas care about their hair like bitches care about their hair. Obviously, because motherfuckers is running around here with hair units or hair fucking devices and fucking wigs that you wouldn't believe. I mean, niggas is getting their hair painted and getting their hair done up like, they made a call to the dead to this nigga Andy Warhol or something. That's how crafty and artistic niggas is getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just really getting artsy with it. And I'm like, and again, go ahead if you're a performer as far as, acting, or you're some type of entertainer. And in my opinion, some people would say, well, LeBron James, technically speaking, is an entertainer. And I would say no to that. He's not a fucking entertainer. He's an athlete. And no one cares about how cute you are. No matter how you look, so many athletes has come through and they look all sorts of ways. And everybody will embrace you if you're successful, no matter what you look like. I mean, you can use my nigga D. Rodman, legendary Hall of Fame, Dennis Rodman. He did what he did on some wild style shit, and niggas still love that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He did some questionable shit, but he just did him, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I just, anyways, the epic struggle of LeBron continues. Will somebody ask that nigga? Maybe not, because he huge and they scared that big nigga giving body slam them probably if a random journalist or somebody ask him, of course he's going to get mad. He's going to, about that shit. Why wouldn't he get mad? He's going to get upset about it for the simple fact of the lengths he's gone to cover it up or keep it there as if it hasn't happened. That shit is only acceptable for women because we understand that women's hair means so much to men and for the beauty aspect. So when women do that, all right, cool. She losing her hair, hook her up with a unit. Hook her up with a little wig, to feel more confident in herself when she goes about the day and hold her head high. But for a dude, and LeBron James is what, 6'7"? Hey, don't nobody care about this nigga hair. Anyways, all right, I'm done. I'm just saying, because this has been a topic for years since it's began. Because in my opinion, if he wanted to do this shit, he should have started out with this shit. But I guess he couldn't start out because he didn't have the money and he probably didn't have the connections or the people that you get to know. After a while, you get in the league and you got millions of dollars, but that don't mean you got the connections and you know how to do this and you do that. So then, he was already, he was making his money and it's like, yeah, nigga, I'm LeBron James. And somebody came to him like, yo, nigga, we can help you with that. And he like, word? Because they you know what? They came to him and they was like, yo, LeBron, I done peeped you out. No disrespect. They had to keep telling him no disrespect so he wouldn't turn into the flaming fucking monster that, he turns into when niggas mention his hair issues. So no disrespect, LeBron, but I believe me and my team can help you. I want you to take this brochure, take this motherfucking card, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Your wife called us, or, Jay-Z or whoever the fuck hooked it up, because that nigga wouldn't be able to meet LeBron and even say them things if LeBron didn't already kind of hurt here. And he like, yo, I've been watching you and I see that, you're self-conscious. They didn't want to say that you're insecure. You're self-conscious about your situation, this epic struggle that you're going through. And no worries, you're not alone in this epic struggle. I too went through this, and that he hit him with the card and LeBron said, yeah, man, I'll check y'all out. But LeBron probably did, the thing that motherfuckers do when they want to say yes, but they can't just say yes right away. They gotta do the thing that motherfuckers do, is say no first, just because, they can't look like they just thirsty. You know what I'm saying? It's saying like with relationships and shit. You in a relationship and, you with your woman or something and y'all playing around, whatever, and it's time to get the punani, no, what you doing? Stop. And then next thing you know, don't digga down, So that's how it went down with LeBron James and his motherfucking hair shit. And then he was like, all right. And they showed him and they had to give him the tour, and they showed them a nigga that had, you know what I'm saying? And LeBron James like, all right. But, what they didn't tell him is how much money he was going to pour into it. And, they just told him they could help him. They didn't tell him that they were going to solve the issue entirely. And that's what they did. They helped him. They didn't solve the issue entirely. They helped him be able to walk on the court with his head high and feel fresh and not have to worry about this issue that was plaguing his mind. But again, LeBron James, he did the body. We seen it. It was cool. It's like, yeah, that right there. Make it happen, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, all right, y'all. 35 minutes of yapping about this. I might have to slice this shit down. Talking about this nigga hairline. All right.
Got a fresh cut straight out the salon, bitch.